I'm about ready to launch. I'm in Keokuk, and we stayed at like the Comfort Inn again, which is great. We got in at like 9:30. My goal is to get to LaGrange, and anyway, it's a lot of construction going on down here. There were a bunch of guys staying at the hotel where we were staying, and there's a site for the Coast Guard. I haven't seen a big building like that. The sun is so cool. I'm still by Keokuk, and all of this white stuff is foam. There was some industry river a little bit, but I've never seen it quite this cool. Deep. Haven't run into any tugboats. I'm doing about 4+ miles an hour. I don't know if it's because I feel good or if the river current is better. There's a south-southwest wind, but it's not much at all. We've been doing about 1 trip a month, which is what we can manage with our lifestyle. Of jumping parks in this section. I'm probably around river mile 350, but I've run into maybe 3 schools of these things, and they're jumping out of the water, and one of them came up and bopped its head on my left paddle. So hard it kind of knocked my paddle out of my hand. So I'm gonna. Hi, honey. We're a little bit south of Lock 21. Peaceful morning. We had to come back how many mile road do you think? Like 3 miles, 4 miles? Lock 20? Lock 20, this is a kayak. I'm right in front of the barge. Lock 20? Lock 20, can you hear me? That's me. I'm here. Thank you. We're gonna see. This is gonna be scary. Why didn't you guys answer me? Oh, really? Could you tell that I was talking? There was somebody there, but I couldn't hear it. Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna die, right? I'm not gonna die in there, right? So I go around him and go to the front? All right. I did an extra 9 miles today. So I think I'm almost up to 36. We just had a tugboat ride, so I gotta get the best way to do these is to go. And I still got wet. Daggone it. So I'm heading into Greg's gonna take me out on Illinois. So there was a massive factory in Quincy, Illinois, and I'm gonna have to look that up when we get back. But I saw nothing yesterday for 20 plus miles, not a barge, not a wreck boat. And then I went through Lock 20, and on the other side there were just a handful of boats, not a problem. Lots of tugs just without barges, just kind of cruising around, which was very different. And we saw in Quincy lots of barges just sitting in the middle of the river and on the sides of the river, and they weren't lined up to go through. They were just kind of sitting there. So this is very narrow, and it's about half the size of the Mississippi up by kind of over Wisconsin-Minnesota border, right over by Hastings, and it's so surprising.
This is not the main channel. And so I paddled all the way to the end. And as I was looking in front of me, it appeared that the river was not going to rejoin this channel. Thank goodness it did, because it would have either been a really long paddle back to get on the channel or a long portage.
So I think I'm coming up on Hannibal, which is Mark Twain's hometown, which I've said about 10 times since I've been starting this trip. It's something I've really been looking forward to. I never, ever stop and do any sightseeing or anything, but this seems sort of magical. There's a tug coming, and I think this is a drawbridge. That's okay. You need to get through that before he gets here. I've seen these, but I don't think I've actually seen them go up. The water is really dirty. I'm in Missouri. I'm almost to Hannibal, and just have seen a bunch of snakes today. And I got to thinking, are they swimming for recreation or are they hunting? And if they're hunting, what are they hunting for? Decided to put him a little further south because there are not many takeouts, and it looks like it's going to rain for at least a part of the day. So I wanted to just make sure that I'd be able to get out, and if I needed to. And there's supposed to be wind gusts of up to 20. Pretty windy right now, but manageable. My Avenza Maps is missing a section of the river. I was kind of standing there confused, like your car gets ripped off or something. You just stand there and kind of wonder what the heck's going on. And that happened to me today. On Louisiana, Missouri. There's a lot of flying carp in this pool, and I've seen so many snakes over the past couple of days. Like, really big. And now I'm looking for them. I think I was happier before I knew they were in here. But the flying carp, the only time they scare me is when they come up from behind and they kind of jump. Usually I'll go through a school of them and then they'll jump.
I got out at Louisiana, Missouri, and ended my trip for 2024. I have kayaked a total of 1,059 miles. I am about 45% of the way through the river, and I look forward to restarting in 2025.